Thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Archangels and Ascended Masters, for the perfect grace, perfect clarity, and perfect peace that's here for each of us right now. Thank you to the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for this opportunity for wonderful peace, perfect symmetry, perfect balance, and perfect harmony. And we celebrate all of the gifts that are here for us right now. We recognize the healing that has happened in our lives. We recognize our history of positive change and positive healing and miracles, be they miracles that we've witnessed or experienced. We allow right now for the highest good to be present. We recognize that we've shown up, that we're here, and that we, with eager hearts and a wonderful sense of clarity and presence, we welcome the perfect angels and guides and masters to be with us right now, and goddesses too. So if we could breathe in, and if we could just very simply feel, perhaps like the floor that you're on, let's just feel the angels supporting you from all angles, but starting with beneath you. So perhaps we could picture the floor beneath us being the angels' hands, thousands of hands. And if we could notice as a guide, perhaps standing in the corner, Aretha Franklin, beautiful singer, beautiful, strong spirit. If we could just notice Aretha holding space for you, perhaps looking at you directly. She went through a lot. She knows what we're going through. If we could just breathe into her presence. And she has a history of very simply just holding space. If we could notice Aretha holding space for you. And perhaps if there's one word, we could honor the word respect, but also the word release from Aretha. So if we could just breathe in, we'll release anything that feels tense, release anything that doesn't serve us, release any restriction or constriction, release repetition that doesn't serve us, release a sense of being stuck. So if we could just breathe in, and following the release, we'll notice relief. We'll choose to experience relief right now, knowing where we are in a very strong held space with angels here to help. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Haniel, all the angels we know by name, a wonderful collection of guides, including the Master Healer Jesus, including Kuan Yin, including Lady Portia, including the goddess Freya. So let's notice this collection of guides, and all of whom are with all of us at once. If we could just notice this collection of guides, whether we know them or not, very simply surrounding you with the energy of tenderness, with tender care, with great closeness to you, great warmth. And if we could notice that big collection of guides really seeing you, acknowledging you, tuning into you, and knowing what to do. And if we could just gently breathe in, and with our loving human voices, if we could say out loud to all these guides, thank you for being with me. Thank you for helping me to heal. I'm willing to receive all of your help. I am right here, right now. Thank you for being with me. Wonderful, with wonderful clarity and a sense of harmony and peace. If we could just breathe in and notice this whole huge collection of guides, perhaps with the goddess Freya, who works with courage, being at the forefront. If we could notice Freya really hugging you incredibly tight, not with pain, but just with this really strong hug. And if we could just take a lot of information instantly from that hug, which is she knows, she cares passionately for you, and that she's here to experience everything with you. So if we could just breathe into this strong connection with this brave goddess, courage. Notice that she works with great compassion with the different aspects of ourselves, including the parts of us that feel wounded or are wounded. And if we could just notice her huge hug with a hug of compassion and a co-experience. And if we could notice Archangel Raziel, the angel of words and wisdom, very simply looking toward the sky and speaking words of wisdom to the universe, to every single part of your life. And he's asking that it be noted that he's not shouting. Doesn't have to shout, that he's very simply speaking and he's heard. So we'll just breathe into that. And we'll notice that goodness, notice being heard and being advocated for. Wonderful. So with those things established, we'll notice once again that we'll just notice Aretha Franklin lovingly holding space in the corner. Wonderful. And we'll notice all the attention going to your cells with Archangel Michael holding space and Archangel Haniel too. If we could just notice the two of them along with all the other guides, very simply infusing. And if this were a movie, there'd be a montage of the angels taking each individual cell and hand painting, hand infusing each individual cell with the word love, with the word health and the energy of love and the energy of health. And in that movie montage, they would very simply clean that cell and very simply extract all the ingredients in that cell that are not yours. Things that we inherited from the collective unconscious, from our families, from our past that don't serve us. And we'll notice very simply every single cell in your body being directly communicated with, and any energy of confusion leaving all of your cells. So all of your cells. So if we could just simply just notice that movie montage becoming real with Michael, Haniel, and the other angels and guides infusing every single cell in your body right now with those energies of health, healing, and love. And every single cell being cleaned and cleansed. So the cells in your thumb, the cells in your thumbnail, the cells in your nose, the cells in your eyebrows, the cells in your lower back, the cells in your skin and on your skin, the cells in your eyes, the cells in your brain, the cells in your feet, the cells everywhere being brand new and infused with fresh energy. And if we could also notice every single cell being in motion like ballet, like an elegant flowing dance. So we'll notice every single cell being free and in motion with great elegance, great organization. And we'll just notice that none of your cells are stuck or stagnant. None of your cells are constricted or contorted, that they're all full and in motion. So if we could just breathe in and feel that. And especially cells in areas where healing is happening, like a wrist, like all of our joints, like a lower back, like a nervous system, like a brain, like a heart, physical heart, etheric heart, like parts of the body that can use extra assistance. Our emotional body being infused with great love, great harmony, and great confidence, confident that we are included in loving prayers right now and loving action. Healing for our hearts, including heart rhythms and fatigue. So we'll notice very simply, perhaps with a look toward a very knowing Archangel Michael, that everything that you're contending with, be it stiffness, be it chemotherapy, be it a misunderstanding, be it taking a risk, be it moving forward, be it being available for more healing, just very simply notice all these things are heard, seen, and known, that you are heard, seen, and known right now, that all these wonderful guides see you, feel you, hear you, and know everything about you, that you are loved and supported. There is no criticism here, there is no judgment here. So if we could notice for any criticism or judgment that we might have placed on ourselves or have come from other people, if we could very simply, in this moment, allow with wonderful clarity and great peace, we'll allow Archangel Michael to lift, like lifting cellophane off of a dish, lift off of us, ourselves, all that criticism. And we'll do so with the knowledge that we know what that's like. We know what that voice is like. We know what that feels like, that we don't need to hold on to that. And with loving clarity, we'll just let all that criticism move away and releasing the idea that it must be around and releasing the idea that it'll always be around. So if we could notice our friend Aretha in the corner, showering you with a note, a clear as a bell note in the vibration of respect, including self-respect, the vibration of care, the vibration of yeses and nos. Let's just notice her musicality healing you, and we'll notice all the different angels, goddesses, and guides that are here helping with that. If we can come back to noticing the goddess Freya hugging you with great and positive attachment to you, her understanding all that you're contending with, and her, indeed, her dedication to not let go of you, her dedication to be right here with you as you heal, heart to heart, soul to soul, face to face, feet to feet. So if we could just breathe into all that. And if we could let melt in this moment, perhaps even 1%, the feeling of isolation, the feeling that you're alone, if we could let Freya's fervent grasp of you interrupt that idea of being alone, even 1%, let's very simply let that happen right at this moment. And if we could lovingly allow in this moment, this is coming from Archangel Gabriel, allow the chronicling of all that has gone wrong, the chronicling of all mistakes, if we could very simply let that chronicling retire, letting the pen, the quill be put down, we'll very simply place our attention to all that is happening right now, the help that is here, not hindrance, the help, and noticing that we are participating in our own healing right now, not hindering. And we know that because we're here, because this is happening right now, that we are participating. So we'll just lovingly breathe in. And if we could say out loud, I am a help, not a hindrance in my own healing. I am a help, not a hindrance in my own healing. I welcome healing into my entire being right now. I welcome healing into my entire being right now. I am healthy and healed. I allow positive change to happen in my life. I release punishing myself. I honor myself. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe into all that. Wonderful. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe into all that. And if we could notice Freya and her lovingly strong embrace of you, let's very simply notice, perhaps through her fingertips, what Freya communicates to you right now. Wonderful. If we could just breathe in and let's very simply notice a gift from everyone we know who's passed away, friends, acquaintances, people we admire, family, loved ones. Let's very simply notice a gift from all those who are passed away. Let's very simply notice the gift of time. The gift of time, an awareness of time, the benefit of time, the elongation of time. We'll just lovingly breathe in. And if we can, with dedication, or the wonderful sense of embodiment and empowerment, if we could just say out loud, I have time. This is my time to thrive. This is my time to heal. This is not my time to go. This is my time to thrive. And if we could very simply just notice what saying those affirmations, those truths, what that sparks in your body, what that loosens up in your body, perhaps a release of some tension, perhaps a release of some dread, perhaps a release of energy of world events on the planet, of there being a war and people dying. Just very simply notice that it's safe for us to be safe. It's safe for us to pray for those in peril and to help them by us thriving right now. That we could be lovingly aware of people in need and pray actively for them. And notice that we help by thriving and healing ourselves. And if we could notice, very simply, the goddess of compassion, Kuan Yin, dancing in a circle around you, and it's a victory dance. If we could just notice that energy of victory and celebration and euphoria as Kuan Yin very lovingly, elegantly, and energetically dances in a circle around you. And perhaps we could notice the surface that she's dancing on. Perhaps it's old papers. Perhaps it's something old. And we could very simply just notice her circling you with that strong vibration, the energy of euphoria. And if we could notice as she dances, Kuan Yin and Aretha connecting, perhaps singing the same song, having the same rhythm. And we'll just notice all these different levels of coherence, all these different layers of coherence. And we'll notice coherence being in your cells, coherence in the space in between your spine, coherence in every single organ, coherence in every single system, coherence in every single sense, coherence and in your intuition, coherence in your ability to heal and receive healing, coherence in your brain, coherence in your brain waves. Just very simply breathe in, we'll say out loud. It might sound funny, but we'll say out loud, I am coherent. I'm in the energy of coherence. I release the energy of chaos. I celebrate my coherence. Wonderful. If we could notice with saying that, whatever this means to you, Freya wearing a different hat, and perhaps there being freedom in your head, in your skull, and in your crown chakra. And let's indeed notice Freya holding you close, and with her dexterous hands and her communicative hands and fingers, let's notice her placing both hands on the part or parts of you that could use tremendous healing right now. Be that a wrist, be that a lower back, be that specific cells, be that your psyche, be that your nervous system, be that your lungs or a hip or an eye. We could just notice Freya having plenty of hands and plenty of healing ability. And we'll notice the other angels, goddesses, and guides helping, enhancing. And if we could feel in this moment, be it from strangers you encountered when you were 5 years old, any moment of appreciation and love that you've received in your entire life, let's notice those expressions of love and appreciation and connection lighting up your cells. And we'll just breathe in, and we'll just notice the energy of appreciation, and that your body, your cells, your soul, your senses are all familiar with appreciation. And if we could notice with a fresh sense of awareness, cohesion, cohesion in your cells, every single cell infused with unconditional love, healing, and health. Every single cell being in motion, every single cell. Wonderful. So we'll just breathe in. And perhaps with openness and pure receptivity, if we can notice any apology that you want or have been waiting for happening, and just hearing a universal, I'm so sorry. I apologize. Let's just breathe in and we'll take that in. That apology happening. And with that acknowledgement, that apology, we could just breathe in and we'll just do some forgiveness work. We'll work with 7%. And if we could very simply say out loud, I forgive everyone for everything, 7% right now. I forgive everyone for everything, 7% right now. I forgive myself for everything, 7% right now. I ask for forgiveness for everything, 7% right now. I ask for forgiveness for everything, 7% right now. Wonderful. We could breathe in. And if we could simply say, my energy is my own, and saying our own names, I am Mark. I release feeling the feelings of others. I choose to feel love. I choose to feel healthy. I am perfectly healthy right now. I celebrate my life. And saying your name again, I am Mark. I'm not someone else. It is enough for me to be me. I am deeply connected with the angels and guides. I celebrate this connection. I welcome the highest possible good happening. Thank you. Wonderful. So we'll just take in a breath. And if we could notice with Kuan Yin dancing, let's very simply notice whether you see her, feel her, hear her, know that she's doing that. Let's notice her dancing for you. Let's very simply notice her embodying all that is you and her dancing with great dexterity, incredible joy, a dance of health, a dance of victory, a dance of good news, a dance of accomplishment, a dance of recognition, a dance of celebration. So if we could just breathe in, just notice Kuan Yin dancing as you, for you. And let's just notice that Kuan Yin dancing as you and for you. It's a really good dance. We'll just notice the feeling, the victory, celebration, the care, the wonder, the love. Wonderful. Let's notice Kuan Yin continuing to dance as you, for you, and growing in size, perhaps being 50 feet tall. And we'll notice in this moment the enormity of the victory, the enormity of the healing, the enormity of the hope, the enormity of all the love coming to you. The enormity of unconditional love. The enormity of healing and health being part of your body, mind, spirit, and emotions and your experience. We'll notice wonderfully bright and long brain waves. We'll notice all systems working perfectly, including everything in your brain, our neurosystems working perfectly, your memory working perfectly, and good memories. We'll notice any repetitive thoughts that don't serve you being shifted into an elongation of positive thoughts, positive associations, the present moment, the continuous gift of the present moment. Noticing colors, lights, sunsets, birds, people, smiles, inventions, songs, good news, our ability to manifest and anticipate and celebrate world peace, peace in nations, peace in people, peace. So we'll notice all this good and all this giving. And we'll notice that good. With wonderful clarity, we'll notice Kuan Yin, 50 feet tall, dancing. We'll notice Aretha Franklin singing We'll notice Freya giving you a big kiss and the bond between you and Freya. Wonderful. We'll breathe in. And if we could feel Archangel Michael with his finger just touching your third eye, the activation, the awakening, the reminder, the acknowledgement that on a soul level, you and Michael and all these guides are best friends. And we'll trust that endless bond, that eternal bond, and we'll let them help in our lives right now. So we'll notice that wonderful touch of your third eye from Michael, Gabriel, Haniel, Ariel, Raziel, Kuan Yin, Aretha, Freya, Lady Portia, all the guides that have come forward, Saint Germain. He said it, Master Jesus has been working this whole time, infusing the earth with peace, talking to trees, telepathic communication with birds, bringing harmony to nature, and enhanced harmony that resonates with all human beings, no matter where they are or what their experience is. So we celebrate the presence of woodpeckers in Ukraine, bringing peace and messages and rhythms of peace. We celebrate peace in our backyards. We celebrate peace on roads, peace in new jobs, peace being at home with cats and dogs, peace with family, peace with the unknown, including moves, peace with projects, peace on earth. And with wonderful clarity, perfect peace, and an excitement that includes joy, an excitement for good, an excitement for miracles, an excitement for good news, excitement that precedes and welcomes good news. We celebrate life. And we say to Aretha, thank you. And to Freya, with this eternal bond and her wonderful hug, thank you. And to Michael, Raziel, Ariel, Gabriel, and Haniel, thank you. To the goddesses and guides, including a dancing Kuan Yin, thank you. And to ourselves for allowing this change, allowing this healing, we say out loud, thank you. And also, good job. With wonderful clarity, perfect peace, and excitement that leads to even greater joy, we thank the presence of Mother, Father, God, and all the archangels and ascended masters. We thank as well the angelic realm, the elemental realm, our ancestors, spirit guides, animal guides, and guardian angels. We thank you for all this goodness. We thank ourselves for being brand new and infused with love. We celebrate forgiving and forgiveness. We celebrate peace on earth. We celebrate feeling good every single day and allowing the highest good to happen, including all the things that we receive that help us. We celebrate good happening on the planet. We celebrate flexibility, freedom, hope, confidence, progression, support, clarity, and harmony in all of our relationships and all of our connections. And with wonderful peace and a wonderful celebration of truth, the truth of who we are, and an appreciation for the highest good being here, the cohesion that is present, and the enormity of the good that's present, including miracles. We ask for this or something better right now in all directions of time. And so it is.